Freud shook the foundations of psychology. He did this by shaping several schools of thought. In this sense, Freud was a revolutionary in his way of seeing humans and our minds. You could even say that Freud's effect on psychology is as significant as Copernicus' effect on how we see the universe when he discovered the sun was the center of everything and not the earth. If you agree with us, let's take a look at this important historical figure.
Sigmund Freud was one of the first psychoanalysts and a true pioneer in the recognition of the importance of unconscious mental activity. His theories on the inner workings of the human mind, which seemed so revolutionary, are now widely accepted by most schools of psychological thought. Freud coined the term psychoanalysis, and for the next 40 years of his life, he worked on thoroughly developing its main principles, objectives, techniques, and methodology. According to American Psychoanalytic Association, psychoanalysis is based on the concept that individuals are unaware of the many factors that cause their behavior and emotions. These unconscious factors have the potential to produce unhappiness, which in turn is expressed through a score of distinguishable symptoms including disturbing personality traits, difficulty in relating to others, or disturbances in self-esteem or general disposition. Freud explains the principal tenets on which psychoanalytic theory is based. He begins with an explanation of the three forces of the physical apparatus: the ID, the ego, and the superego. The ID has the quality of being unconscious and contains everything that is inherited, everything that is present at birth, and the instincts. The ego has the quality of being conscious and is responsible for controlling the demands of the ID and of the instincts, becoming aware of stimuli and serving as a link between the ID and the external world. In addition, the ego responds to stimulation by either adaptation or fight, regulates activity, and strives to achieve pleasure and avoid unpleasure. Lastly, the superego, whose demands are managed by the ID, is responsible for the limitations of satisfactions and represents the influence of others such as parents, teachers, and role models, as well as the impact of racial, societal, and cultural traditions.
The unconscious was his most revolutionary idea. However, today it's perhaps one of the least discussed topics. The historical moment that Freud lived in, social psychology hadn't been developed yet. However, we already knew that we didn't have complete control over what happened to us. Freud took this concept one step further.
Freud's theory is revolutionary because it served as a canvas to many professionals in the field of psychology. It also helped them to see the connections they would have missed. Aside from its physiologic and therapeutic concept, it is described or explained as a vast array of other concepts outside of the realm of physiological field. The acceptance of the theory of psychoanalysis is apparent through the existence of numerous institutes, organizations, and conferences established around the world. Psychoanalysis is widely disputed, but perhaps it is necessary to return to the founder of psychoanalysis himself. Freud's work is more complete and covers many more aspects than those we have touched on here. However, we consider these the most important concepts because they show us why his work became the starting point of a revolution. Just as we now consider Copernicus revolutionary, we can also consider Freud one due to the enormous impact he had.